Hi, I'm Andrea Marshall. Before essential oils, I was in a pretty bad place where I'd found out that basically everything in my house is toxic. I had had two miscarriages, one was with twins, and my youngest, who is now 5 years clean from cancer, had childhood cancer. And so I realized that I needed to make a change, but I just didn't know how. And I kept hearing about oils and that they could create a healthier home. And I started kind of asking my friends that I knew that did them. And then 9 months of research happened. And that led me to, in that time before I found Young Living, really nowhere good. No one could really answer the questions I had with the answer that I wanted, which was actual proof that they were safe and that they worked and that the company would, in fact, prove it to me. I just was at this point where I was like, then prove it, because I have some babies to keep safe in there. So then a girl that I'd known for years, Lori, I'd known her from Bible study. She wrote me back saying that she could come over and let me try them. Like, could she come over and let me try them? And I said, sure. And so with the kit open, she told me how this premium starter kit would help really jumpstart my toxin-free lifestyle, and that this Essential Rewards program was unlike anything else on this planet, and that it would save our family a lot of money. That was really hard for me to see, because when I'd look at the Young Living website, those prices looked so high that were so different from what's in the store, but it turns out they're really super concentrated and they dilute down and they do end up being a lot cheaper. And so I'll say that in that moment, I was not 100% sold, but I was 100% desperate. And so because the company Young Living owned their farms and told me that I could come out anytime, and now I have been to a farm and it is amazing, you've got to get there, that they would prove to me that what they say is true, that they have beautiful soil, they never spray with anything, they hand weed all of their plants and everything, nothing, no fillers. That led me to say, okay, I need a win. I've been researching for months. I've been in tears multiple times and I need a win. So I bought my oil kit. And then Lori gave me an essential oils reference guide, and she put me in some Facebook groups so I'd always have answers, and so I'd never be alone. I could ask questions about anything, and that was so helpful. And now I'm so glad I took that leap 3 years ago, because now I share these oils full time with the world, and I couldn't be happier with this company, with our health, and with my new career. And so the oils at the store, I want to be really clear with you, are not the same that we're talking about today. The FDA says that only 5% of those bottles have to be real oil in them, even organic. So they shove fillers and fragrance really in there so that they can make money and turn a bigger profit. So how do you get started with oils? All right, after years of being with Young Living and legitimately looking at every oil company under the sun, it just has to be Young Living Premium Starter Kit, y'all. It just does. That's how I started. You get the most bang for your buck with Essential Rewards especially, and it makes the most financial sense over going to the grocery, over using any other essential oil. It just does. Just getting the premium starter kit alone saves you $700 plus between what you save in the store from not having to buy the toxic stuff anymore and what they've bundled together. So if you're not really sure how to start or what to use, this kit is the best place to start, no matter who you are, what you need, what age you are, because each of the 12 oils in this kit work in so many ways. As something for your skin, for example, could also be really good for your hormones and your mood at the same time. And so the best way to learn is just to plug yourself into things like those Facebook groups and to just get started. Just put those oils on and in your body, which we'll talk about. So I mostly encourage you just to try it. You really can't mess it up. And that was my biggest worry in the beginning, was that I was going to mess it up, especially with the kids. I didn't, because you can't. So let's go ahead and just run through what's in that kit. And as I go through it, I want you to be thinking about what you are going to, in turn, be able to give up at the store, not having to buy anymore. All right, the first oil, frankincense. You've probably heard a lot about frankincense. I mean, since Jesus's birth. But even in the world. So this is great for your diffuser, for your face, for your mama tiger marks, for your mood. I had even gotten cut to avoid skin cancer here, and you can see a little, but I've been using frankincense on that to kind of lighten that up. You'll see frankincense in your reference guide often because frankincense is powerful and wonderful. Lemon Vitality. Lemon Vitality and lemon are the same exact oil. It's just the FDA says that if we're going to say that you can consume something, like put a drop of oil in your water, that it has to be a separate label. It just does. So we can't say topical and ingest on the same label per the FDA, but they're the same oil. So Lemon Vitality is one of the most complete oils, and it is great for digestion, mental clarity. Just make sure you never put any citrus oils into plastic. Really, we shouldn't be using plastic at all because you guys know that we're trying to get rid of that as a country, hopefully, and as a world, but really no citrus oils. All right, 3, peppermint Vitality. So digestion, keeping your brain focused on your neck for hot days. You can even put it into a spray bottle and kind of cool yourself off if you're out in the sun. Next is lavender. That's great for sleep, emotions. It's really important when the pollen counts are high, especially when you mix it with lavender and lemon. Peppermint and lemon. LLP, lavender, lemon, peppermint. Next is the Thieves Blend. So this is a blend of oils where the others were singles. So this blend, like you won't find a Thieves plant, but you'll find a lemon plant. That's because Thieves is a blend. So it's great for your immune support. Anytime we're exposed to germs, we put it on the bottoms of our feet or in tea or in honey. It's just so amazing. Next up's Raven. This is your lungs' best friend. You can add it to coconut to kind of get out ahead of if you hear somebody coughing in the next room and you're like, oh man, they are spreading that around. Then you can kind of get out ahead of things and put it on, and it'll really dig down in there. And guys, you are going to feel the difference. So don't take my word for it. Just stick it on your lungs and you're going to feel a difference. All right, my paper's going crazy. Okay, so Digize is next. Anything for your tummy, anything is going wrong with that stomach, you're going to use Digize. So add a little coconut oil and rub it on either issue, either too much out or too much in. No matter which way your issue is, Digize is your friend. Next is Panaway. This is great for your muscles, especially if you're working out, or I have kids who grow really fast. In the middle of the night, they're crying for me, Mama, I'm a Panaway. Or any tension. I like to put it over my sinus area whenever my sinuses start to try to give me a fit before I do my rinse with rosemary and tea tree to make it go away. Next up is Stress Away. So when you're feeling really frantic or overwhelmed, you just know going into that day, it's going to be a rough one. You'll grab this blend, you'll put it in your hand, cup it over your nose and mouth, and feel your body relax. So you put it in there and you do this. Like three big ones of those, and you are going to just feel yourself almost melt. And it is also really good before bed. Next up is Valor. So Roman soldiers in their bathhouses had recipes, and this blend is reformulated from their pre-battle bath recipe. It gives you grounding and confidence and strength, and is really great before anything emotional that you have to head into or face that's going to be tough. Peace and Calming is the next one. It is the best sleep oil ever, and calms children, especially if they are losing it. We did it last night. You'll also get a Thieves hand sanitizer. This lets us rinse our hands in public restrooms right off and then use this instead of those dangerous chemical soaps because it kills 99.99% of germs, the bad ones, but it leaves the good ones. And so it won't dry out your hands because the alcohol in it's been denatured with peppermint instead of harmful chemicals like the others. You'll also get a diffuser. 3 or 4 drops in a diffuser of any oil will let you get rid of candles and ditch and switch those crazy, dangerous air fragrances and stuff like that. You also get Nisha Red. It's an overall body wellness, great eye health. The highest antioxidants are on the ORAC scale. It's amazing. And then of course you get the 24% discount with the kit and up to 25% back on Essential Rewards. And so when you go to get at youngliving.com, plug in my number 3929342 and it'll say Andrea Dawn Marshall, and then I'll plug you into all of my resources. I'll hook you up with a reference guide that I talked about, my friend giving me, and we'll just go on this together and you will never be alone and you will be so much better for it.